Hello and welcome. This is Mouse Gunner, and we're back with some more Hearts of Iron 4, continuing on with my Nova Roma playthrough. And I realized that I do not have any air support in southern France, and taking a look at that really quickly. Now, I just loaded in a save game, so you're not going to have the air superiority information right at the moment, but it should still give me active planes in the area. So it looks like the enemy does have planes. It looks like bombers, no fighters. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab all the stuff that I have in the Alpine region. As a matter of fact, I should probably just take what's in the airfields here and here and just move them on over. I'm going to keep the couple fighters that are in this airfield just over the Alpine area. And with that change, I should have 600 fighters in the air, and then I'm going to have to change some of the missions here. Looks like range is a bit of a... Oh, no, rain. Rain's the problem right now. I'm going to have to change these guys' mission to ground strike because they were on naval strike when the naval landing happened in this sea. I was trying to punish the landing craft. So that should be good to go. We'll have to keep an eye on that as time progresses, but I think we're pretty much more or less ready to go. Now, one thing that I have been thinking about is getting more generals. I really am lacking in number of generals here, and armies like this have no generals. Now, one thing I could do really quickly just to alleviate this is just add all of these units into the purple army. Well, that makes things a lot easier. There we go. Because they pretty much had the same goals that the purple army had, and right now we're attacking here, so that takes care of that. But I'm trying to think, is there any other army that's currently pretty active in fighting that doesn't have a general? I would say probably no. Yeah, I think all of our generals all of our armies that are currently fighting have generals, so I think we're okay for now. That's something I'm going to have to keep an eye on. In any case, let's go ahead and start. So I'm going to continue to allow the AI to do its thing over here because it's pretty successful. We don't have air superiority because they outnumber us as far as bombers go, but hopefully that will change over time. We do have air superiority over there. I don't have air superiority anywhere else, though, because I am kind of outnumbered when it comes to fighters and what have you. Damn, they just keep sending more troops in here. See if we can push these guys. Alright. Starting to win a little bit here. I do have some divisions that are not in the fighting that have enough organization to be in the fighting. Alright, so we just got research. I wasn't paying attention to what it was, but 39. And I believe it was this. So otherwise, I don't see anything else that I necessarily need to get anywhere here outside of the maintenance company, but I think that would get rid of my bonus for the tanks, so I don't want to do that. But we have too much of a head of a time bonus, penalty for that, so there's no reason to do that. We're on track with artillery. Doctrines, I think we're good. Naval, we're more or less caught up until 1940 happens, which is not too far away. Doctrines are still working on it. It looks like I have a discount here, but not here or anywhere else. So probably this would be a good idea. We're working on air, but that was only because I think I had bonus. I do have doctrines that I could work on, that I have, and I probably should do that with the air doctrines. They don't take that much time. Radar, we're good. Okay, so I think I'm going to go ahead and do the air doctrine because we're behind on that. Alright, so I'm starting to win this battle here. Throwing more troops in every so often will help. Oh, they're pulling out. Good. That was a little bit of a thorn in my side. This fight went against me, it looks like. That's a bummer. I'm gonna just pull these guys out. For now. Alright, finally. Alright, so the Purple Army, just to make sure we've got the right number of divisions here, I'm just going to go ahead and do that. So we get back on track. I may want to have somebody stationed permanently in Beirut, though, just so that doesn't happen again. Maybe a couple Turkish troops that... Oops. That's not what I wanted to do. I was just trying to select one. Okay, I don't know I'm sure there's a way that I could deselect them from that particular line. I'm trying to see. So if I have one guy clicked on, and I control-click here... No, that doesn't change it. Control right-click is not what I want. I'm not sure how you remove a unit. Probably one way to do it is remove him from the army and then put him back in the army. Yeah, and then that removes him. And then if I add him back in, he's not going to get assigned to the line. Okay, good. So I'm just going to do that with one other soldier. Oh, I did it with the same soldier. Okay, maybe it would be a good idea if I did it this way. Okay, so we're going to have 2 soldiers. Then we're just going to add those guys back into the army. That's the only way I know of to do it. I'm sure that there's some kind of key binding to do that. I just don't know what that is. And that should be what I need there. So we'll have 18 divisions, and the 2 divisions should stay in Beirut and make sure that they don't have another naval landing. Looks like I finally defeated that one group there. So we can attack the port, or we can attack the mountain. I'm going to try and attack the port, see if we get any progress. Doesn't look like it. Let's see if I attack here, what happens. That's not any better. Alright, so we'll just push on the port, see if we can make some progress there. Alright, what else is going on in the world? How are we doing as far as air superiority? It's still an even match. And the storm is kind of making us not very effective. As far as the actual advancement of my troops, though, looks like we're doing pretty darn well. Matter of fact, I'm just going to go ahead and have these guys push in here so we can get the line moving. This is where I wish I had my tank unit. Fortunately, the tanks are tied up trying to beat back the naval invasions. Alright, what's going on here? These guys are... Go. You've got no resistance. Alright, more research. That was in industry. So, of the other research things that I was looking at, I could start this ahead of time. That's usually a good tech to start ahead of time. Trying to think other things, though, that I could be doing. I talked about the naval doctrine. You know what? I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. It's only 82 days. It's not a big deal. Or 83. Maybe it's like a fraction of a day or something. Alright, so I'm just... There is a naval invasion queued for Italy. Let's see if we click on it, if it will give us an indicator of where. So maybe in Sicily, they're going to attack me again. I'm not overly worried about it, but just as a precaution, I'm going to go ahead. How's our recruitment going? I do realize that we have low manpower right now. But how's our recruitment going? We still are popping out Alpine and tank divisions. Alright, I'm going to grab this tank division, and I'm just going to go ahead and rebase it in Sicily. Just preparing for that happening. And then if I have another tank unit pop out, I'll probably put it there to replace the other tank division. And is it time to modify my tank units? I have medium tanks now, so I might add in a medium tank division here. So we have 3 light tank and 1 medium tank. I probably don't have that much produced yet, only a couple. But that will get it going, and it will get rid of that one message about not having... Oops, I don't know if I saved it. Let me look at that again. I oftentimes do that. I forget to save. There we go. And then what is this message about? We don't have naval bombers. Well, not a high priority, but it might be something that I need to address. Okay, it looks like we're going to have this area soon. There we go. So, my guys have more or less gotten some of their objectives. So the Green Army, I'm going to give an offensive line, because the White Army is moving up here. Let's have them have an offensive line that goes... Oop. Try that again. Something like that. I'm going to grab the Green Army, because I don't believe these guys are queued properly. And let me grab the White Army here too, because I want to take a look at their stuff. Where's their list? No divisions. Well, that's not correct. Oh, shoot. I clicked on the... Yeah, that's right. White Army. There we go. Fix some issues there. There we go. Alright, that should be better now. Seems like some things broke there. So the White Army should be advancing up here. Oh, you know what? I didn't realize the Germans have already captured this territory, which is why we're not advancing. Okay, so... I didn't expect them to have captured all that. We're going to delete that line. And instead, I'm going to take the White Army. Can I just have them do the same line, or do I have to draw a different one? I have a feeling I have to draw a different one. Well, we'll go ahead and draw the line for them. And before, I had the Green Army advance to one point, and I had the White Army advance to a further point. So, I'm going to go ahead and draw the white line, the more ambitious line, out to there. And no divisions are assigned. We'll be doing that here in a second. So first, make sure they're all assigned to the line that they're supposed to be assigned to. And there they go. Okay. So, they are checked to go. I don't know if they're going to go or not. We'll see. Alright, well, let's go ahead. Take a look at fighting, see how it's going. We're still having difficulty here. 14 divisions is what we're fighting, which is, I think, part of the problem here. They're low on organization, but they're putting up a good fight. These guys appear to be losing. I could switch my focus and go here instead. And kind of accelerate these guys being defeated. How are we doing on resources? Still short on rubber. How's my construction going? Alright, we're getting the refineries finished, or at least one of them finished. You know what? I guess I could prioritize another one, put that up top. So we start working on that. I'm working on anti-air defenses. Alright. Looks like we're making progress now. in the north here. Ooh. I don't really want the expeditionary forces. I've already kind of talked about that. I'd prefer the AI to do their own thing. And it's probably, once France is defeated, we'll probably move on Greece. So, more than likely, after this focus is done, I'll do war with Greece. So I get the conquer focus on Greece. And then we'll get that concluded. And I'll have possession of southern France here. I wonder if I talk to the Spaniards, they will not allow me to have military access. That's unfortunate. I would like to take Gibraltar here and lock out the British fleet. Oh, is that invasion still ongoing? Okay, so it's still probably planned, but not actually having arrived. We do have air superiority over southern France, although it was costly, it looks like, because I had 600 fighters in the fight, and we're down to 488. I'm going to assume logistics-wise, I'm a little bit down on fighters now. I probably exhausted the reserves of the older generation planes by this point. I mean, I can confirm that by coming here. Yeah, so we don't have any older generation planes. We're using mostly current generation stuff now. And once I get this researched, I'm going to go ahead and use all the air experience I've accumulated. Alright. We're pushing along nicely. We're starting to win, it looks like, over here. Brits are being hard pressed. I'm going to, again, decline. I mean, that's a lot of divisions, but with Italy, the problem is I just don't have many generals. You know, I don't know. I think there may be, yeah, it was not queued to go. There we go. Now we should have movement. It looks like the Germans beat us to Vichy, which I'm not too pleased with, but we need to capture as much of southern France as we can. Germans, focus on Paris. Got my face. France is a good way along. Whoa, look at that. The Germans are really trying to cut me off here. Those bastards. We'll deal with them sometime in the future. Those bastards try to cut me off. Oh, look at that. What a bunch of asses. I wish I had been a little bit faster there. It looks like the Germans are trying to keep me out of as much of France as they can. Okay, so the Soviets are going to go to war with Finland here, it looks like. And start the Winter War. It's weird to think how early it still is. Wow, we're advancing through here very quickly. Alright, well. I'm just going to go ahead and attack. See if we can push this. But it looks like we managed to capture everything here. So I might as well have these guys continue with an offensive plan. And we'll have them go like that. And you guys can just go ahead. You're ready to go. Might as well. Alright, another thing I'd like to do here is alter this line, because this line is unnecessary now. So, let's see. I'm trying to think of a way to redraw this front. I don't know if there is. So, I'm just going to get rid of it. Oh, okay, there we go. It made it two separate fronts. I didn't want one the way they were drawing it. There we go. That's better. We had too many troops up here, and as a matter of fact, hold on. Green Army. I don't probably only have a few divisions set up as they should be. Okay. Oh. And I missed Peck there. So, oh, and you know what? I'm missing a lot of things here. Oh, so I already had this done. So maybe it was something else that I got. Oh well, it's 1940 now. It's quite clear what we need to go ahead and research. It's that. So we'll get working on that. Hopefully we can push through here and maybe get Bordeaux. Finland wants to join my faction. Again, I do not want to be at war with the Soviet Union. So that would be extraordinarily bad, I think. So no, I'm going to ignore that plea. Because I want to use the Soviet Union against Germany in the future, and I do not want to get dragged into a war against the Soviet Union, because they're one of my main supply of resources. Alright. I just got the fighter here. It is 1940, but I should be getting bombers soon, so there's no point in researching anything here yet. We don't have any of this stuff yet. It is in naval time, so the only thing I have a bonus to is destroyers, so we'll go ahead and do destroyers here. Okay, looking good. Just making sure. Alright, I'm a little bit confused here with the Green Army and what's been going on here. The Germans have kind of messed up my line, so I'm going to have to do a new offensive line. And we're going to just do it. I'm going to do it along the same line. Oop. Crap. That the White Army is going for, because that's pretty much our objective for now. And it's a little messy, but that's okay. And I don't have any idea how many divisions are actually assigned to it. But it should be all of them. And I'll go ahead and tell them to go. Okay. Oh, here they come. Alright. There's also an invasion coming over here somewhere. Ooh, we're losing convoys. That's not good. Let's go ahead and grab my naval bombers. Reroute them over here. Ooh, they're taking casualties. There's not many of them left. It's probably high time that I built a new military factory. I'll put it here, and I'll put that at high priority, and I should get on building naval bombers, because I think we need them. Holy crap. I lost all my fighters. How quickly that can happen. So we have a lot of resistance right now to our fighters, and they got knocked out. Do we keep supporting them or not? Well, for sure I'm going to pull out the fighters. I can't take those kind of losses. But I'm thinking about putting at least my close air support. Yeah, I'm just going to cancel all of these. I feel like I should have had more bombers than it looks like I have. Yeah, I have bombers over here. I guess I wasn't using them. Whoops. Anyway, my close air support. Let's grab both of these guys and send them over there. And I'll change their mission here in a second. I do want to check. I still have some more close air support in reserve. And then change their mission to naval strike. And hopefully we can punish the landing craft here that are trying to invade me. All right. That's one naval invasion taken care of, at least as far as I know. All right. You're going where you need to go. Starting to push through here. Ooh, my tanks need to help with this fight. Beat back the invasion there. Come on, guys. Stop putting up lines here. It looks like the Germans are going to cut me off. I wasn't quick enough. I let my lines get messed up, and they literally beeline for it. They were like, no, you are not going to get any further into France. France is ours. I mean, that's pretty much what the Germans, they went out of their way to do that. Okay. So it looks like the Japanese and the Germans are working together, which, you know, historically is something they did. And we got bomber effort, so we can go ahead and start researching those bombers. Oh, and we got the better fighters. God, I am really losing track of a lot of things here. So I need to start producing the better fighters here, and I can go ahead and advance them immediately. So I like having a couple points of range. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of some of that. And then we'll get as much engine as we can. Get a little bit of weaponry. I'm going to back off one engine. That's going to be the upgrade as it stands. Going to go ahead and save that, and then we're going to go ahead and produce the new fighter. I don't think there's anything else I missed that I need to upgrade yet. Rubber, we're still working on. New national focus, I already talked about. War with Greece, as soon as France falls, we'll be good to do that. I'm going to go ahead and start war with Greece. And it looks like I only captured a little bit of France. That's kind of disappointing. The Germans kind of beat me to it. All right, Japan joined the Axis. That's a bummer. These guys won't join my faction anymore. They would rather be part of the Axis. Well, that's a bummer. What about you guys? No, they're still undecided. Non-aggression pact from Japan. Again, we can't ally ourselves with the Axis. I mean, that was mostly aimed at Germany. Yeah, it looks like this is about as far as I'm going to make it into France. Let's go ahead and take a look at how... Are these guys not moving? I could have swore I told them to go. Hello? Uh-huh. Okay, I got it. There's not enough divisions. There we go. Now go. There we go. Sometimes it takes a little while to figure out exactly why something isn't working. What happened here? I lost a bunch of my divisions. I had 4 divisions here. Where did they end up? Oh, okay. They're just moving around. We almost have the Suez Canal. An American division over here. I'm going to have to take a look at some of these. We've got a bunch of naval invasions I'm going to have to take a look at. I'm going to go ahead and have these guys just kind of come in here. And, well, you know what? You stay on the port because I don't like the idea of naval invasions. But you guys just go ahead and go in here and recapture some of this territory. Alright, so where are these naval invasions? I don't see anything. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. There's something there, there's something over there, and there's something there. But there must be something I know about, but I'm not seeing yet. Alright, well, in any case, I think this is a good point to put a cut in the video. Unfortunately, it looks like the Germans beat me to a lot of territory down here in southern France. It was just, I was leaving a lot of it up to the AI, and I wasn't really paying close attention to the way the lines were drawn, and the Germans just beeline down here and made it a high priority of shutting me out. I don't know. It kind of takes me off guard a little bit that the AI did that. Why would you not push for Paris and get the French to surrender? I don't know, but obviously, you know, that works well in shutting me down as the player. In any case, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. This is Mouse Gunner, signing out.